Hi everyone, how are you doing today? It is Tuesday, December 22nd. Happy Flossmas. I hope you're all doing well. I am here on this glum, dreary day. Luckily, I didn't have to go anywhere today because I worked from home. And the only thing I did was walk to the mailbox. So it's been a nice, relaxing, but busy, busy day. Let me tell you, when I work from I work harder than when I work at the school. And I work hard at school, so it has been a very busy day. But it's been very productive, and I'm glad to say that we're nearing Christmas break. So actually, it's called winter break, but we're getting closer and closer to Christmas, and a couple days off for me. So I'm looking forward to that. I go into work tomorrow, and then I'm off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So I'm going to have a nice long weekend for crafting and cooking and relaxing. And I hope you're going to have the same, regardless of if you celebrate Christmas or not. So, with that, I want a couple administrative things I wanted to talk about. First, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm Gerald, Ginger Gerald Stitcher. You can find me on Instagram at ginger.gerald.stitcher. So ginger.gerald.stitcher. And you can always reach me by Instagram message or email. My email is always linked below. So I hope you're all having a great day. One other thing I needed to mention was that the masks that I showed you yesterday, my supervisor's wife's business on Etsy, I was slightly wrong in the prices that I quoted for you guys, and I wasn't sure whenever I said it yesterday, but her average mask is right around $9. But I do believe it is free shipping. So go check it out if you're interested. They are exceptional masks. I wore mine last night. It fits like a glove and it's comfortable. And I also like it because I can adjust the ears so it doesn't pull on my ears. Since I have so much going on here with my hearing aids and my glasses and everything, having all of that and then like pulling on the ears is very uncomfortable. But those masks are exceptionally comfortable. So go check her out if you're interested in some masks, and let her know in the comments section or in the notes section if you make a purchase that I referred you, Gerald referred you. All right, so I also had an extremely productive night last night, and I'm excited about all the information or all the things I get to show you today. So first off, I had this dishcloth completely done, except I had to sew in the ends. So today, during lunch break today, I did sew in the ends, and this one is completely done. I also showed you this one being partially finished, and it is now finished, and the ends we've sewn in. So this is just a very basic, super simple dishcloth. You can find the pattern on Ravelry by Louise Patterson. That's the back. This is the front. And I really like the way this one turned out with the small stripe and then the two wedges. But I even finished the third one. So last night after I was done with this one, I went ahead right onto a third one and I stitched and finished it last night. So there are 3 dishcloths that I'm able to use for gifts. This is the last of this ball of yarn that I have. So I finished off 4 balls of, no, did I finish this one off? Yeah, I think I finished the blue off too, which means I finished 4 balls of yarn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 balls of yarn just with these 3 dishcloths. So that is extremely exciting for me. I love whenever like I said yesterday, I love when I finish off excess yarn that's just been laying around in small balls. So it's always a good feeling to know that that is out of my stash and I have created some space. So there we go. That is my knitting update for today. That's all the knitting I've done, but that's been a lot of knitting. I did, however, work on some stitching last night after we were done talking, and I was working on the crossing signal for the railroad crossing signal out of the railroading book number 2 from 1983. Again, this is something I was trying to get done here before Christmas, and I have a finish. So here we go. There is my railroad crossing signal finish. It is a little wonky in one spot here in the X. However, I had to pull this X out 4 times to get it right. So this is the way it is. It was pretty kind of hard to read on the pattern, to be honest. And so that's the final piece. So it is a little iffy right here and right here, but I actually kind of like how it looks, because I think when you're out in the community, especially if this is wood, it's going to have that rustic looking finish, and this one definitely does. So that one is completely done. I even backstitched everything. So now I just need to finish this into a flat finish. So I'm going to do a flat finish with some cording and then put it on a like a plate stand. So that is what's going to be done with this one. I'm going to do that in the next day or two. Then, still not done. I still have progress to show you. So then the last thing I worked on was the Queen Sampler by Plum Street Samplers. Again, this is Elizabeth I, the Queen Sampler. I am working on this for myself. There's no real quick, I'm not in any hurry to finish this. This is just something I wanted to work on. So I am doing this on a 40 count. I feel like I'm talking extremely fast today. I'm working on this on a 40 count old linen. So the colorway is old linen, and it's by XG Designs, and here is the progress so far. So this is old linen using the called for DMC, not the NPIs. I'm using DMC. And basically I just outlined the box where it says Elizabeth Regina. So there we go. That took, you would think that just a 1X outline would be quick. No, that took forever. It took me like an hour and a half to stitch. But it is done. And I'm really pleased with how this is looking. So I thought I was going to start with the border first and then do this last. But in order to get a good count down here for the border, I needed to put this in. So I did the outline. I will fill this in probably at the end. So now I'm going to start working on the outline, which is a floral border. So there it is. It's a floral border there. That's what I'm going to be working on next as I go with this design, and I couldn't be more pleased. So loving this. I love, again, 40 count, 40, 46, 56 count. Those are definitely my favorite fabrics, and I'm really liking how this is turning out on this fabric. So there we go. Anyways, what am I going to do next? I actually am planning on switching it up again. I have a stitching meetup tonight virtually, and I figured I was going to start something new. Now, you're going to be like, Gerald, this isn't new. Yes, it's kind of new. I'm going to start on my second Buzzard in the Buzzard Talk pamphlet. Now, I understand that the Buzzards are not everyone's cup of tea. I get it, but these things hold a lot of nostalgia for me and a lot of sentimentality because my mom had stitched them back a while ago, and they used to hang above my dad's desk at his place of business. So I wanted to do the same because I always loved going to his office and seeing the Buzzards. So I'm going to be stitching the second one. I already have the first one done, as you can see here. This is on a 28 count XG Designs fabric in green gray. So I'm going to actually cut this off tonight because the other one's going to go right over here on this side. And I'm going to get that started and go ahead and get stitching on the second Buzzard. I'm really excited about that. I would love to have both of them finished by New Year's. I know that's a tall tale for me since I've been in this like, let's stitch all the things kick. But I think it didn't take me long to stitch the first buzzard. So I really don't think it's going to take me all that long to stitch the second buzzard on this fabric. So again, this is a 28 count 2 over 1, 2 over 2, I'm sorry, 2 over 2. It's not Ada, it's 2 over 2 on the 28 count Lugana. I think it's a Lugana. I know it's an even weave. And there we go. So I will have 2 buzzards, and then I can go ahead and get them framed and hung at my office for the new year. So Buzzard Talk. The Buzzard Talk pattern is a pattern I inherited from my mom. She got it quite a while back, but the pattern itself is from the Cross Stitcher, and it is 1985 and 1986. So this one was 1985, this one was 1986, and that's why I'm doing it in that order. So that will be my plan for this evening. We'll see how much I get done to show you tomorrow in tomorrow's update. Now, that's all the progress and plan talk I have for today. I did get something in the mail though, and I'm really excited about this. So the other day I went on to 123 Stitch, and I typically don't order from 123 Stitch. I try to buy things local and small business retail as much as possible. However, I needed to get a fairly large size of 28 count. So I ordered a piece of white 28 count Lugana. It's a full yard. And then I also, while I was on there, because I missed out on the DMC sale at Joann's, and I know sometimes it's hard to get all the colors whenever they have those sales of DMC, I went ahead and ordered DMC that I would need. So I ordered a bunch of DMC. This is for a couple projects. Specifically, there are 3 skeins of the DMC variations, and I forget what they're called specifically, but let me hold on 1 second and I'll show you what it's for. I have to go get the pattern. All right, so the design that I'm going to stitch, and I've been wanting to stitch this for a while. So I got this 3 years ago, 2 years ago. I think it's like 2 years ago. And it is color variations. I was right, color variations. DMC color variations. I've wanted to stitch this for a while. However, I have not been able to find the color variations threads at my local Joann's. And this is one that I tried to like match up maybe a different like hand-dyed threads and stuff, and I just could not find the floss that would work. So this is Barbara Anna Designs Oh Christmas Tree. I've had the pattern for a while. I've had the fabric picked out for a while. And I'm going to do everything above, or the key and above. Barbara Anna is not designs. I think they're great designs. They're just not really up my alley as far as what I like to stitch. However, for some reason, and I'm not a seasonal stitcher either, I don't really like to stitch like holiday stuff all that much. But whenever I first saw this tree with like the melting snowman and everything on it, I really wanted to stitch it. So I'm stitching from the key up and not the people, because I find the people a little bit different looking, which I know is the Barbara Ann way, but it's not my thing. And I don't want it to say Oh Christmas Tree, because then it can be out all season, all winter season long. So that is what I'm going to be stitching. And I'm going to be stitching it with the called for threads. I think the called for threads. Yep, it's just color variations and DMC. It does call for a metallic silver and DMC metallics, but I think I have silver that I can substitute with. And I'm going to be stitching this on an XJU Designs 32 count in navy blue. So there we go. That's what I'm going to stitch it on. I'm fairly certain it'll fit. Yes, it will fit. So there we go. It's going to go on here, and I think it's going to look fabulous. So most likely that will be getting a new start here before the end of the year because it's Christmas. Not that I care if I stitch Christmas now or in July or March or anytime, but I now have all the needed supplies. So I really think this is going to be a new start. Soon. Maybe even this weekend. You'll have to check back to find out. So that is the plan with all of that. And as far as the plan for the white 28 count Lugana, you'll have to check back for my video on plans for 2021. And that's what I have for y'all. I think that's everything I have. Yeah, that's everything I have. My table keeps accumulating stuff and I really just need to clean. I also need to wrap presents and I haven't done that yet. And I just need to wrap presents. I just keep putting it off because I want to stitch instead. Anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Happy Flossmas. Happy Tuesday. I will be back tomorrow for Wednesday stitching and knitting update as well as life because that's what this channel is about. And as always, until we see each other tomorrow, don't forget to always be creative.